Okay, welcome to the channel. And of course, as you can see, we're going to be talking about a band. And more specifically, we're going to be talking about the drummer. But not yet. Let's just listen to some music. And I'm going to play a track for you guys that I really like. It's called Freewill. And it's one of those sort of deep rush cuts. And we're going to begin just by listening to it. Stop. The sound of the drums, they are amazing. The drum sound is amazing. But again, we have a 1 and 2 song. And is the drummer playing it well? Exceedingly well. Exceedingly well. But let's keep going. Awesome. 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 I'm just going to keep saying that for the rest of the evening. But I'm a working man, no pun intended. And that's what I am. And I have to go back to work after this. I have to work on music after this. But listening to this music is inspiring for me. Very inspiring. So let's keep going. Wow, great snare work. And we'll talk more about that a little bit later. Wow. Okay. Copying Neil, emulating Neil, or making it hers. Making it hers. What's happening right there? She's doing all of the above. She is emulating, but yet that feel and that turn of the snare is hers. Even though it's in the song, the way she's playing it is deft. And that's such a great word to describe how she's been playing up to this point. She's playing this not like a clone of Neil Peart, but she's her own musician, and she's nailing it. So let's keep going. Okay, awesome. Awesome. I'm going back to that because I'm a little without words here. Again, I think it's really important for us to think about her musicianship and the fact that this totally doesn't sound like Lee and Lifeson or Lifeson and Lee. This sounds like Rush to me. And I'm a big Rush fan. So a little background. I've heard them play this live. And I'm going to talk about another version of this that they played live, I think about 20 years ago. And I'm going to compare them both. Okay, this is really subtle, but she's actually getting a little ahead of Getty through that part. And we'll talk more about this in a minute, but this is an observation I've made about this particular performance. Again, making it her own. That's a different fill, a variation of what had been played before, but totally effective and works absolutely perfectly. Wow. Bravo. Okay, so we're going to stop now. I want to keep going, but I'm just going to stop and talk about this. So Freewill is one of those Rush songs that's the closest to jazz fusion that they get. There's a little of that in La Via Stringato and Red Lenses maybe too. And I would love to hear her play that with the band, or have the band play it. And she's in the band now, so it's time that we stop talking about, or we stop saying that Anika, playing drums. Anika is in Rush as it is. And she's doing just an amazing job. So the Juno Awards was a really interesting performance because that was a straight up 2 and 4 rock song. Nothing really that special. But now we've had an opportunity to hear her perform with the band, playing a very sort of deep cut Rush song, Freewill. And she's just doing an amazing job. I mean, I'm not someone who really listens that actively to Nilles' fills as much anymore. I listen to the other parts of the song, the connective tissue, the general groove. And I'm going to make a bold statement here. I had seen them play this back on the 30th anniversary tour. And let me tell you something. The live concert of that, I think this performance is besting that performance. And that was one that they did 20 years ago. There's a snappiness, there's an immediacy, and the pocket that she has is a little different than Nilles, but she is pushing and pulling and moving this band. They are responding to her as much as she is responding to them. So I think there's a real awesomeness to this. So we're going to skip ahead. Bravo. We're going to skip ahead to Bytor and the Snow Dog. Again, another deep cut. her hi-hat work is incredible. Um, it just is really sibilant and just awesome. Again, deft snare work. Again, she's pushing them. She's pushing them here rhythmically. And I love that. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. Wow. That's great. It's just great ride cymbal work. Excellent. That's different and I love it. Wow. Okay, so two deep cuts that, if performed well, pretty much cover for me all of my Rush basses, and mind blowing. Also, I want to give a shout out to the end of Xanadu, which was so incredibly moving. So yeah, I teared up all right when I heard Xanadu because I was hearing a band. I wasn't hearing two guys with two musicians they'd hired. I was hearing a whole band play music that I love. Let's watch the last bit. Wow. Yeah, I think this was the best choice. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Well, tears still hearing that. Wow. Much to say. But I want to talk about it. What does this remind me of? It reminds me of Exit Stage Left, Rush. It reminds me a little bit of All the World's a Stage Rush. And that is high praise for this band. The 2007 30th anniversary tour, which they filmed one show, the energy that show had compared to this show, you can't even compare them. The energy and the snap and the groove she's bringing to this band is incredible. I want to make another video that's a little bit longer that talks a little bit more about the nuances and the differences in the drumming, because I have a lot of thoughts on that, and some of them are a little controversial, not for why you would think they would be, because it's more of an explanation of why I didn't see Rush very much in their final tours, and why I'm really wanting to go see them now. I feel like there's a sense of time that the band has now that it hasn't had for a really, really, really long time. And this is a drum section that no longer sounds as though it's a bit labored, but this is something that has a tremendous amount of energy. And it's infected the music in such a way that I can't even begin to sort of give a bigger description other than it's different and it's positive and it's amazing. So this is, again, deep cuts, and I'll withhold any further sort of statements until I have a little bit more time to think. But please, if you don't know the band, get to know them. And I'm going to buy tickets to see them. That's it.